Hey guys, Don here. Welcome to Podiatry Practice Mastery. I'm going to go over today some of my scribe tips, things that I've learned over the last 3 years of having a scribe. There are many people that are using maybe virtual scribes or transcription or dictation. I took the dive a few years ago to get a scribe. And it's expensive. I want to be clear. If you're thinking about doing a scribe, you're looking probably at $35,000 a year to $40,000 a year for a full-time scribe that's with me all the time. So a couple of the tips that I've learned, one is to have a good way that they can listen to you. So I've gone through a couple of different cell phones. My first cell phone that I had an extra cell phone. So it's not my phone, it's an extra number we have. Right now I have a Samsung Galaxy. And this, I log in every day, and we do a phone call via Microsoft Teams, and I put it in my pocket, and he's able to listen all day. I can mute him when I go to the bathroom and things like that, and it works really, really well having this cell phone. It makes sure it's good quality, make sure it doesn't die out, and you can't use it for anything else. You can't get phone calls on it, otherwise it'll cut them out. So I do the scribing through my pocket. There are other versions that you can put it on the table and they can listen. The challenge with mine, the con, is that he can't listen to the patient very well. So there might be something better in the future where the patient's words can be listened to as well. But my main recent tip that I've learned with Scribe, kind of my cool little hack, is that I can use him and dictate sometimes. So let me explain. There are certain days, and this is something in the past, like we were just out straight and busy seeing patients, and he wasn't getting a lunch. Because I'm not getting a lunch and he's not getting a lunch, and then he's staying late and his quality of life is going down. And then what I realized is I could just as easily, instead of him listening to everything, I can just do a little spiel at the end, kind of like the way we used to dictate. And so what I tried is during the lunch period, I'll let him go at like noon to 1, and he can take his lunch, and then I'll dictate after I see the patient. So I dictate. The way I dictate is I dictate within WhatsApp. That's an app that I can talk to him to. And I record these little audios, and he listens to it, and he puts it in the EMR. I do not put any patient identifiers, the patient's name or EMR number or things like that. Actually, I might put the number, the EMR number, which is unique to me, or maybe just say the first person's name, and then I'll say the whole thing, and then he puts it in, and I check the note. So it's a way that he can get more quality time, like his time off, which I think he values, and then I can also use dictation at times. So, and then another time, I don't know if you've ever had this, sometimes the internet goes down, or sometimes your EMR goes down. So for example, we had a day that his EMR went down in India, and then I had to do all these notes, and I was like, oh boy, what do? I can barely do notes anymore because I'm so used to being with him. And so I was able to dictate those through WhatsApp, and then he was able to do it afterwards. So that's one thing. Another thing that I found that's beneficial for my scribe is giving him time off. That was kind of one and the same. That's how I got into doing the dictation thing, because I give him a whole hour now. I think he has a better quality of life, so he can get up, talk to his family. Most of these in his family, everyone's in India, so they're all working at nighttime. The other really good benefit to having a scribe is he can remind me of things. So if multiple times he asks, hey doc, do you want to, I've talked about Aquinas, and he say, okay, do you want to, as bilateral, it's okay, yes, and do you want to do bilateral night splints? So he'll remind me of doing bilateral night splints versus unilateral night splints. Many times he'll remind me, hey doc, it's been a year since this patient has had a diabetic foot exam, or it's been a year since this patient has had an ABI in the office, or any other types. He'll remind me. He'll whisper in my ear, not in my ear, but in my pocket. He'll say, hey doc, this patient's ABIs were normal. He'll give me the readings. He'll tell me what they were here in the last visit for. He'll tell me what the nail sample results were. So he can look at the chart, prep kind of what's going on, and remind me what we did next time, or the previous time, for like the settings, for example, for shockwave or for Swift or other types of things that I'm doing. So really what I used to do is I used to look at the chart with every patient and be really distracted. Now I barely look at the chart. I just kind of look at the schedule that I have printed out, and then then he reminds me of everything else. And that's kind of what we do currently. That's the process for my scribe. I have a lot of other resources. If you're interested in my scribe resources, just let me know. send me an email, don@podiatrypracticemastery.com. Ask me for my Scribe stuff, and I'd be happy to share that with you, because if you're looking to do it, there are different ways. Some people are doing the AI scribes. I don't think it's quite there yet. I've looked into it. Like, he orders things. He also orders like Lamisil. He orders meloxicam. He orders ABIs. He orders vascular referrals to vascular surgeons. So he does all these other ordering things too. So there's much more that you can use Scribe with than just like doing your notes. So if you guys have found this beneficial, please let me know. I would love it if you just went on wherever you're listening to this and just give a review. Tell other people like it. Tell other doctors that you like it. That's the only way that these things can grow. And this has been fun. Hope give you guys a lot of value. Okay, thanks.